There is a criminal in Los Angeles who is very, very happy today. This is a criminal with a long rap sheet with gang affiliations. This is a murderer. This guy is going to face far lower charges than he otherwise would have because there is a George Soros-backed, very liberal district attorney in Los Angeles who's letting criminals off the hook. And he was just recorded on a phone call with his attorneys, this not the DA, but the criminal. And he says, I'm going to have to clean up some of this language because I'm going to get canceled if I use some of these words. He says, I'm going to get that N-word's name on my face. That's a champ right there. Effing Gascon. That's gang member Luis Angel Hernandez talking about the DA, George Gascon. This SHIT looking real good, he says in a phone call. Now we got a new DA in LA, so they're going to drop a gang of, like, my gun enhancement, my gang enhancement. My gang enhancement is 10 years, fool, for being a gang member. Do I sound convincingly like a gang member? I don't know. I'll have to work on my performance. Just like Taylor Lorenz at WAPO needs to work on her performance, whining about doxing, I'll have to work on mine as being a gangbanger. My gang enhancement is 10 years, fool. And then the gun in the commission of a crime. That's the N-word right there, bro. He's making historic changes for all of us, fool. I'm just grateful, fool. Like, I got good news off that SHIT. They're like, you coming home, blood? They already told me. My lawyer already told me. You coming home. This is being reported by Fox News. It almost reads like it's out of a cartoon. I actually have trouble believing that this guy is saying it, except that the DA really is letting these people off the hook. And the gang-banging psychopaths they might be total lunatics, but they know where their bread is buttered. They know where they owe their debts. And this guy owes a great debt of gratitude to George Gascon because as a result of George Gascon's policies as district attorney, you're going to get a lot more crazy, murderous, gangster psychos on the streets. That's the effect. So more people are going to get hurt, more people are going to get killed, more innocent people, more innocent taxpayers, citizens of Los Angeles are going to wind up the victims of violence because this district attorney would rather prioritize Luis Angel Hernandez and would rather prioritize his interests over the interests of the people who want to remain safe. There was a recall attempt against this DA. It didn't work. It's very hard to recall people. But it's hard to see how this plays very well. So why is he doing it? Why is this district attorney letting these Breaking Bad level caricatures of psychos off the hook? He's doing it one part ideologically because the left believes that the only reason that bad people do bad things is because society has somehow failed them. And so actually it's our fault. It's never the criminal's fault. It's always the victim's fault. It's victim blaming in its purest form. That's the ideological reason why this is happening. But then the raw political reason why this is happening is because chaos breeds opportunity for the libs. This is why they always want to upend not just our standards and mores and traditions, but law and order itself, civil society itself. This is why the left encouraged the BLM riots. This is why Kamala Harris, the sitting vice president, raised money to bail out the most violent people in the George Floyd riots. Is because when there's violence on the streets, when buildings are burning, when the law is not being enforced, when the cops are being defunded, when whole police departments are being abolished, that gives the left much more opportunity to tinker with society, a society that they believe that they can remake through their own unfettered reason. That's why this is happening. It's not an accident. It's not just that the DA is incompetent. It's that he's a radical and he's getting exactly what he wants. I'm glad you liked that clip. Now, ring the bell, subscribe, get all the notifications. Don't miss a single one unless YouTube doesn't send them to you, which, listen, I've heard sometimes. So if you want to make sure you get all the notifications, go to the audio podcast. Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your audio podcasts for free. Subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show, MICHAEL, KNOWLES. Leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.